Well, hello.
Yeah, we're excited. This is a good episode today. Happy to have you here to listen to it.
Yeah, and this is an awesome episode today. We're happy to have you here to listen to it.
So we talk about a few things. We talk about sports.
Yeah, lots of sports.
We don't we're not breaking down the big game.
Yeah.
We're just kind of talking about the role of sports in our lives.
There's a movie that we do not or do review today.
Yeah, we don't review movies on this podcast, but we might talk about a movie.
Yeah.
What grade did you give it? You said good.
Yeah, good.
Got a grade good.
Yeah.
What grade is that?
It's in between the other grades. Obviously,
this podcast is sponsored by Doc R. Haldeman LLC, and we didn't forget to give her sponsorship due this week.
Yeah, so have a nice time listening to it.
Yeah, we always appreciate our listeners, so thank you for listening.
And make sure to spread the word.
And Brandon.
Hit it.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon.
Welcome back. Yep. Welcome back.
You think of like the highlights of your week that go by. Where does this rank?
This right here?
Yeah, the recording of the podcast. Generally speaking.
The lowest.
This is the worst part of your week?
No. The worst part of my week is school.
And then slightly above school is the recording of the podcast?
Yes, very slightly though. Like it's pretty close.
Why is it so?
No, I'm joking.
This might be the best part of my week.
Actually,
it's probably the top 5. Yeah.
What's number 1?
Number 1's probably spending time with Renee, hanging out with Renee.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is probably if I get to play tennis or going to CrossFit. So that's probably like 2 or 3. Like working out either tennis or CrossFit.
Number 2 is usually dealt with in the bathroom.
Number 4 would probably be doing the podcast.
Number 5?
Lunch, hangouts with at work. Either coworkers or my amigos.
Is your work like The Office at all?
So, in some ways, and probably more than I want to recognize, I might be more like Michael Scott. I think a lot of people want to be Jim.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to be Creed. I don't think I'm Creed.
Yeah.
I know I'm not Kevin. But in so many ways, I'm probably, unfortunately, like Michael Scott.
Who do you think is Jim and Dwight, or do you think your office does your...
There's definitely people that might be like Jim and Dwight. Like there's some guys that are just cool guys, whatever, and there's some guys that are like, they're kind of a little eccentric or
Do they ever play pranks on each other?
No, there's not a lot of so. In corporate America, you can't really prank too much. Now, look here, I will tell you this. So, when the early days of The Office,
yeah. So
we did do some pranks in the office, and so I can tell you about it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I ever told you these.
No.
All right, so we did a recreation of one that they did on the office. So we had a guy. And his name was Leo, and he had this red stapler, there's a movie called Office Space, which you haven't seen. Yeah. And there's this guy that just has this red stapler, and so this guy had a red stapler like that. And so we took this guy's red stapler, and then I went and I put it in a Jell-O mold. Now, this is like a nice stapler he had. It's like a $40 stapler.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it did ruin his stapler, so I believe I had to replace that.
Oh.
But
it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. And so then there's a calculator that we use in the financial world, a finance calculator.
Yeah.
I know it's very nerdy, but like I literally would back in the day I would use it every single day, throughout the day.
Oh my gosh, what a dweeb!
What a dweeb, right? So maybe I am Dwight too.
Yeah.
Or Oscar, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or Angela, I'm not Kevin. And so anyway, I'm not Oscar either.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went on vacation and I came back to work.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Where's my calculator at?"
Yeah.
And I could not find it. And so they're like, "Josh, you're a little angry. Why don't you just go to the break room and like go get a Snickers or something?
Yeah.
You need to take a break." And I'm like, "No, I don't want a Snickers. I want my calculator back. Like, where's my just go to the." And so finally, I go to the break room and I had a bunch of my items were in the vending machine.
Oh, that's actually cool. He's like, "You're gonna have to buy it." And he's like, "Wait, where's my wallet?" He's like, "Oh, that's a
G7."
Yeah.
So anyway, this one guy, he liked playing pranks.
Yeah.
And we just got sick of it. And so we said, this is it. Like, so this guy just bought a brand new Toyota Tacoma truck.
Yeah, and you destroyed it.
So what we did, we go on Craigslist and we put an ad that says, Divorce forces sale of newly purchased Toyota Tacoma truck. Needs to be gone ASAP. Call first $25,000 cash gets it. Like he just spent $40,000 in his truck, and we're trying to say, hey, we're gonna hug this for $25,000. So his phone is blowing up.
Yeah.
And he's having a client meeting, and he says, this guy, he goes, I'm sorry, I gotta, this is like the fourth time this guy's calling me. Can I take this call? He goes, did you sell the truck? Is the truck for sale? He goes, what? Yeah, your Tacoma, is it still for sale? Like, I'm coming right now. He goes, like, my truck's not for sale. He's like, oh, okay, what? And so then he comes and goes, all right, guys, funny you got me. Like, stop. Like, I need you. So we take the ad down. But then we put up a new one.
Oh. Yeah?
And we put free chocolate lab purebred puppies needing a good home. And so like first 9 people get the puppies. Yeah. And again, his phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
And so anyway, after that, the pranks kind of died down.
Yeah, well, I think you should start them back up, you know? Like, just, like, start, like, on Christmas or whatever, like, before, like, during Christmas time, wrap somebody's desk up in wrapping paper.
So here, like, do you have any idea how much time that would take to do?
Lots.
It'd take an incredible amount of time. And, like, I don't want to spend hours wrapping somebody's desk. It's just, I mean, like, if I worked for the office and that was my job, I would do it, but...
Yeah.
I got things to do in the office.
You should dress up as one of your people at the workplace.
So for Halloween last year, one of the departments dressed up like one of the managers.
Oh.
Who oddly enough looks like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So, yeah. So they all kind of dressed up like him. He always wears a suit to work every day, wears suspenders and...
Do you wear a suit to work?
I do not wear a suit to work, no.
What do you wear?
Just business casual. You know, I'll wear like a polo and some slacks or a button-up shirt. No tie. I don't wear a tie.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if depending on where I'm working, I would like, depending on the SSA or whatever.
The SSA.
The ASA.
American Sign Language Association.
No, because SSA stands for Standard Student Acquire.
Oh, attire.
Acquire.
Okay.
And then Adult Standard.
So just basically dress code is what it's called. And normal people call it a dress code.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a dress code. It's not standard student attire. We're not going to Cadwallader where you have to wear a weird polo every day.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy there, you know. I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean it's like being in the gulag.
Yeah.
Might as well be in prison.
You wake up and then you have to fight to live.
So I had a tennis match yesterday.
What?
I lost.
Yeah, terribly. It was terrible.
You know what, man? Like, it was just weird. Like, it's just, I had to change rackets. The strings on the other racket were different. And I know that's an excuse. And this guy was better than me anyway.
Yeah, so you're expecting to lose.
Well, and it just got in my head at that point. And it just stunk. But it made me think afterwards, do we, as an American culture, do we put too much emphasis on sports in society?
No, I don't think we put enough emphasis.
If anything, there needs to be more sports. Yeah. There's not enough.
Yeah. I say, you know how they do like college on TV every now and then, high school? Yeah. They should do middle school.
Forget that. Recreation. Like
they should do
like the Pee Wee Kid Leagues.
Yeah, they should. They should have all elementary schools tackle football, get kids young and early. Or like just like hockey and
like you had a volleyball match on Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
You won easily.
Yes.
That should have been televised.
Yeah, that should have been televised.
And like on ESPN, not like ESPN2. That's like ESPN Frontline.
Yeah, and then like
not the Ocho.
Yeah, ESPN, and only everyone can see it. Everyone.
So we need to go that far because I gotta look at I love sports because sports to me there's great lessons that we can learn from sports. Like there's motivational stories in sports. Yeah. And to me it's just inspiring and it's motivating and I love it. Yeah. But then I also think of like if I was to take the family to a Golden Knights game, tickets would be probably $100 a pop. Ooh. I'd pay $30 to $40 for parking. Yeah. If you want a hot dog, that's probably $15. Yeah. We don't drink beer, but a beer is like $20. Like that's a bottle of water is $10, $12. Yeah. And so that's where I'm like, okay, we got guys that are making millions and millions of dollars a year. Now, I guess the money's there, so I'm fine with people making that money because the money exists.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Is it stupid that if I want to take the game, if I took the family to a Golden Knights game, I'm going to drop $500 to $600?
It is stupid. I feel like they're like, when you're in the place, you know, like, where else are you gonna park? You have to park here. You have to pay the money, you know. Like, where else are you gonna get food? You're hungry. You have to pay the fee or whatever. Where else are you gonna get whatever, you know? So like, I feel like they could drop their prices a little bit, and everybody would be a lot more happy.
But
except for them,
if I have to pay these players $20 million a year to play,
yeah,
that money has to come from somewhere, and so that's where it comes from. It comes from TV revenue, it comes from concessions, comes from parking, comes from all that. And so, yeah, again, I love sports. I got, most of my Saturday days are like there's college footballs on. Whether it's on the background, I'm doing stuff in the foreground, but it's on the background. It's just background noise, And so there's teams that we cheer for, and it's fun. It's like I love going to college sports games. I love watching volleyball. I love going to high school sports. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Are there any sports stories that you know of that are inspiring to you?
Yes, there's one. I'm pretty sure he goes by the name of Dick Butkus, I think.
So a famous linebacker, played for the Chicago Bears.
Yes. Is this the guy that he broke his finger and you're like, you can't do that? He amputated his finger.
So that was Ronnie Lott.
Oh.
Ronnie Lott, but still, played strong safety for the 49ers.
Yeah, and he amputated his own finger so he could still play.
Would you do that?
No. I mean, I want to be a race car driver. If I have to cut off one of my fingers to drive, I'm like, I'll do it, somehow some incident happens where I'm driving by and there's super big car crash. I'm like, hey, you can't park there. And then a giant chunk of metal breaks one of my fingers. Oh crap. And then it's affecting my driving. I'll cut it off,
So I feel like your reference to hey, you can't park there. Yeah. I think we need to explain this because that's something we've laughed about for a while.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain to us what that reference is all about?
So basically, when somebody pops a tire or they pull over to the side of the road or something,
they're having a car emergency of some sort.
Yeah, and you drive by and you say, "Hey, you can't park there." Yeah, that's pretty funny. I think that's funny.
I mean,
if that happened to me, I'd kind of like, you suck, and laugh about it.
I've seen these reels where there's a fender bender on the street, right? So they're at a stoplight and they're parked and getting out of the car and they're looking at the damage. Yeah. And somebody drives past hey, you can't park there. And it's thanks Sherlock.
Yeah. And then there's I saw this one thing. I'm pretty sure we were watching it, but there's this truck and these people behind it all on a stoplight, and they're this guy drives past, you can't park there. It's just it's always hilarious,
So back to sports stories. So I should have looked this up before we did this.
Yeah.
But there's a guy, I want to say his name might be Ben Johnson. So in the 1992 Olympics, you remember these games better than most.
1992, I do. I think I was there actually.
Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was a race, and I want to say, I think it was a 200-meter race.
Actually, I think it was 100-meter.
I'm pretty sure it was 200 meters.
You sure? I remember
this guy from England. Yeah. He's running, and as they're coming around the turn to the straightaway, he pops his hamstring.
Oh.
He just pulls his hammy, and he's down. Right. Yeah. He's obviously in a lot of pain, and
he cuts off his own leg and hops to the finish line.
He did cut off his own leg. But it's one of those moments where it's I can feel his emotional pain. I don't know, that physical pain would obviously hurt, but his emotional pain of just think you've trained your entire life for this moment. You're in the race for the gold medal. Yeah. And then bam, you pull your hammy, and just that devastating defeat of just there's nothing I can do about this.
Well, you could still run in pain.
Well, I mean, not really when your hamstring's pulled. It's done. And so he gets up and he's kind of limping, and then all of a sudden you see some guy from the stands hops onto the track. Yeah. And it's this guy's dad.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And so he comes and he puts his arm around his son, and they hobble to the finish line together.
That's cool.
And it's super cool. I'll show you the video. We need to post it on the gram if we ever posted anything there ever again. But it's one of those, to me, it's one of those inspiring stories that's why I love sports, because you get great moments like that.
Okay, this is gonna be like, okay, imagine like the dad hops onto the field, security just boom.
Sir, you can't park there.
What are you doing?
Or it could be worse. Like the dad comes down there and just starts yelling, saying, "You're a loser! I knew you'd be a loser. You should have stretched. I told you to stretch."
That I would like the security better than yeah.
He just starts yelling at his son. I knew your mom was right. You're never gonna amount to a hill of beans.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'm not gonna be a hill of beans. I'm a son. What does that mean, Pa?
I love my hill of beans more than I love you.
It's a bean of coffee beans.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I remember you let the hill of beans sit at the table instead of me.
I was outside in the rain. Them hills of beans was just inside. It was cold, Dad.
You let the hill of beans sleep in my bed.
Oh man, we're special right there. All right. Okay. Oh, I had some competition this past week.
What?
So I got a friend of mine. His name is Tim Mott, and he has listened. So we will give Tim Mott a shout out.
Shout out to Tim Mott.
He's an attorney here in town, and what he does is he's a few years younger than me. He's probably 5-6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And so he gets a group of 16 guys, and once a year they have the Mott games.
The Mott game.
Yeah, for Tim Mott, his last name. And so
Mott's?
And Mott's applesauce. We got to eat applesauce all day long.
Yeah.
And it's the worst. I'm like, I can eat solid foods. They're like, no, eat this applesauce.
Who can eat the most applesauce?
Maybe we got to add that to a competition, like a
1 jar, 2 jar, 3 jars.
I think I'll just. Anyway, so there's teams, and so like we just do different events, and so I guess in years past they did things a little bit more hardcore. Maybe because they invited me and I'm so old, they decided to tone it down a bit. But like, so we had like a punting competition, so like how far you could punt a football.
Whoa.
So actually, kind of fun. Other than we did it on like the windiest day of the year.
You're like, okay.
And so we said, is it where the ball lands or where it stops rolling? They said, nope, it's where it stops rolling. So you'd punt the ball, and then literally it would roll until it hit an object to stop. And so like we all had like 90-yard punts. It just rolled all the way down the field. We thought we were pretty amazing.
Yeah, we could get into the Olympics by that, like the football Olympics.
They don't have football Olympics. They're gonna have flag football in this next one.
What? Why not?
Because America's the only country that plays football. I guess Canadian. There's Canadian.
Canada plays football too.
There's a Canada football league.
What is it called?
The CFL, and they're a little different.
Crappy football league.
Basically, they only have 3 downs instead of 4.
Oh.
Anyway, so we had kickball. We went bowling. We did pickleball. We did basketball. We did volleyball. We did dodgeball. We did just stuff like that.
Yeah.
We did putt golf. You know. So anyways, so I did bowling. And I'm a decent bowler. When I bowl, I expect to be in the 120s to 130s. So, look, I'm not going pro because I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah, but I am going pro. So
you're gonna be a professional bowler and race car driver.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the race car, and I'll be like zooming past the bowling alley, and I just let the bowling ball go, and it'll.
So let's talk about this. Is there a sport let's be realistic, like as much as we can, because we can't be serious.
Wait, actually, before we did the guy that trying to get. Okay, one second. So the last podcast episode, there's a guy that looked into the podcast and he listened to multiple episodes.
Oh yeah, I met with him.
What was his idea? And
so his product is a product called Lendio.
Yeah.
Lendio.
Yeah.
And so basically they're a platform that allows you to get loans. Like we can just, hey, people, I want a loan, and then we can be one of the options they choose from. Or they also have a way to underwrite commercial loans very easy. I think they're priced way too high. I don't think I'm gonna go. So hey, I appreciate him listening. Thanks. I think it was Eric was his name. But
Yeah.
sorry to let you know via this podcast, we're not going to go and do business with you. He'll know before this is published anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking realistically, is there a sport that you think if you dedicated yourself to, that you could realistically go pro in?
No. Wait, maybe football, not basketball. I would not enjoy playing basketball, I don't think. I mean, realistically, like, I could, if I wanted to, I could just, like every day, every night, all day, like, I could go pro if I wanted to,
In any sport, you think?
In any sport, like...
Yeah, like if let's just say, hey, we're gonna dedicate your life to a sport that you can go pro in. What sport do you think you could do that in?
I don't know. Like, maybe tennis.
I don't think you do. I don't think you can do tennis. I think you're too late.
Too late?
I think if we were going to do tennis, we should have started you like 7 years ago, and we'd moved to Florida and put you in these camps where you're doing tennis. Like, you'd be homeschooled, and you're playing tennis like 8 to 9 hours a day.
Yeah, I would not do that. Homeschool is terrible.
But you'd be playing tennis for like 8 to 9 hours a day.
Yeah, but homeschool is terrible.
But you're playing tennis.
Homeschool is terrible. That tennis doesn't...
You don't even do school. Like, you do school for an hour, and then you go play tennis.
Homeschool is terrible.
It's like you're in PE all day long.
Homeschool is terrible.
I think... Even at my age, right? I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm 45.
Yeah.
I think if I spent about a year, I could probably become a professional bowler.
Bowler?
Yeah.
Is that a sport?
Honestly, it is. Like, when I was a kid, it had a little more clout than it does now.
Yeah.
But I remember on Saturday afternoon, there would be bowling tournaments on TV.
Ooh.
Like on ABC, like a major network station, there would be bowling.
Have you seen those, like, Pringle ads where they get their hands stuck in the Pringle box or whatever?
No.
There's this one.
Is that a thing? Is that a problem in America?
Yeah. No, but I don't. It's just, like, these ads, and these people get their hands stuck. And, like, there's a teenager guy, he gets his hands stuck, he's like, no! And then he's like, oh, man, he's, like, all depressed and stuff. And then his grandpa comes up, he's like, hey, don't be too angry, look at your Uncle Dave. He's a professional bowler, and he's bowling with the Pringle.
I need to see that ad, man.
I don't know if it's that, but it's something close to that or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like bowling is kind of like a skill that if you spent like, as long as you're semi-athletic,
Yeah.
you don't crack under pressure, I feel like that's a skill you could learn and you could be really good at.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, like, I know you want to be a race car driver, like...
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
There's so few people that do that, I mean, you got to just...
No, there's, like,
lightning.
1 in 30,000 chance to be an F1 driver.
Probably, it's probably worse odds than that. It's probably like 1 in 30 million.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, there's, like, 1 in, like, 300,000 or something like that.
It's got to be less because there's not that many F1 drivers, and there's billions. There's like 7 billion
there's
people.
There's 12 F1 drivers, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so 12 divided by 7 billion. That's what the chances are.
Yeah, no.
So you're like almost 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
Now you take about places where there's not cars. Okay, now maybe you're 1 in 500 million.
So, but we have NASCAR though. I'm not sure about the
There's NASCAR, but what, dude? Just be a runner. Just be race that way.
No.
We watched some movies. Probably need to report on. This segment's brought to you by Cinemark.
Yeah. Are they sponsoring us yet?
Let's just pretend they're sponsoring us.
If they don't sponsor us soon, we're gonna switch to AMC.
Take that, suckers!
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll switch to an AMC pass.
Yeah.
Instead of the Cinemark pass, which I love.
Yeah.
$10 a month, get a ticket a month, free reduced concessions. You can get points, you can get free concessions down the line.
We should send Cinemark an email every single day.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, we've been representing them for over 20 episodes.
Yeah.
They've gotten thousands of people listening to it.
20 times 30 equals...
And when I'm done, so before we talk about the movie, so...
We spent 600 minutes.
Talking about them.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how you got to that math, but sure, dude.
Because 20 episodes talking about them, we have each
we don't
episode...
exclusively talk about them every episode.
Yeah, but
They get a shout out. They get a good mention. I mean, we're mentioned right now. So look, for Christmas, I know it's October. 10 months ago for Christmas, I gave my mom a present. It fell apart. It didn't come to fruition.
What was it?
Well, first it was going to be we're going to do a weekend in St. George and go to a play. That fell apart. We could never land on a time when we could meet. Then it turned into, okay, I got tickets. We're going to go see Nate Bargatze.
Ooh.
I was supposed to see him 2 weeks ago. His show got canceled and postponed till January.
Oh.
So then I said, okay, I'll take you and Dad out to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be last night. And then Grandma Joyce bailed on us, and she went to Wisconsin instead. So that didn't happen.
Tisk.
So, Grandma, here's your Christmas present from 10 months ago, is I'm going to send you a year pass for Cinemark.
Are you sure that's a lot of money?
She's worth it.
Okay.
And honestly, based on the other ideas, it saved me money.
Yeah.
But don't let her know.
Yeah. Does she even listen?
She's a loyal listener.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she sends us texts every now and then of like, hey, you should have done this, or hey, that was funny, or she asked me how one qualifies for a degree in Instagram Reels.
Oh.
It's a prestigious program.
Yeah, you don't want to know. We took a course.
We're certified.
Yeah.
We're certified. Working on a master's in X now.
Okay, but yeah. But basically we watched Along Came Polly.
So Along Came Polly, this movie's been out for a long time. It's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Also, I know we talked about this a while ago. Peanut Butter Falcon is also on Netflix again.
Ooh.
So maybe we need to watch that this week.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
We already reviewed it, so
we did, but it's worth watching it again.
Yeah.
So watch Along Came Polly. Give us your rating.
Yeah, but basically, this show or this movie, it's like this guy gets married. They go on their honeymoon, and on their honeymoon, this dude comes up and he's like, "Hey, you want to go scuba diving?" And the
next thing you know, his wife is cheating on him.
Yeah, and it's like that. Like he comes, he's surprising her. He got like a lobster. He got champagne. He but rose.
All right, we don't need to go details.
Okay, but
what's your ranking on the movie?
Good.
Is it good? What's your what part made you laugh the most?
Made me laugh when his best friend is playing basketball with him, and then he's
he kind of plays basketball kind of like you do.
Yeah, rain dance. Boom.
Yeah, let it rain. Boom. He's just breaking it really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So along the same line, that's probably part of my favorite. So there's two scenes that make me laugh. One is they're playing basketball, and the guy that the Ben Stiller character is guarding takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
And the guy does a jump shot, and his like wet, moist abs, nipple go in his face.
Not abs, his flab.
His flab, yeah, his flab.
Yeah.
And then the other scene that makes me laugh is he's back from his devastating honeymoon. He's going pee in the bathroom, and his boss is peeing right next to him in the urinal and is like rubbing his ear.
And he doesn't wash his hand yet.
He doesn't wash his hand. Like he's rubbing his ear as he's peeing, and then he smacks him in the butt when he's done.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I have done that before too. Whoa! I have done that before to friends of mine.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Another thing I do that's maybe it's funny, maybe it's not. Like I'm going to a bathroom and a friend's standing at a urinal peeing. I will push them into the urinal. Like not hard. I'm not like shoving them in the wall. Like take that sucker. You want some more?
Yeah.
But just you're just peeing, and like the last thing you expect is
somebody to
yeah. And so I think what I ought to do next time is the opposite.
Like pull. No. Oh yeah, I would not do that if I like that. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, too many things could go bad.
Yeah,
like all of a sudden there's pee going all over the place.
It's like what he like whips. He's like, what the heck? What are you trying to do? So, like, oh, it's just my fault.
my bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we probably mentioned this podcast is sponsored not just by Cinemark, but
by Doc R. Haldeman LLC.
She's bringing health and healing to many. Yeah,
and you can find her at 702-258-7860.
Dude, I'm proud of you. You did it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So look, she was on the podcast a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
She's having a lot of fun healing people.
Yeah.
Helping them out. And so I know a lot of you have listened to this and you thought, man, I should go see her. Like, seriously, just call her for that free consult.
Yeah, just call her real quick and then make sure you mention the podcast.
Please mention the podcast.
Yeah.
She might pull her funding.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want that.
This is the 42nd episode.
42nd?
Yeah.
This podcast is as old as you.
No, I mean, I'm older than that.
You're 40, how old?
5.
What?
Yeah, dude, old, man.
Oh my gosh. I remember when you were 42. Yeah.
I don't even remember that, man.
Yeah, your old man moment. You can't remember when you're 42.
We haven't done old man moment for a while.
Yeah. We did when old man moment when you can't even hold in your own farts anymore.
I know. Was that last week?
That was
last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so here's my old man moment for the week. I feel like I'm probably at a point where my testosterone is declining because I'm not as competitive as I used to be.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like part of it's okay. I'm okay with it, but part of it is also like, dude, like,
I need to be competitive.
light the fire.
Yeah.
Like, I want to win at all costs.
Yeah.
And so, that's my old man moment.
Yeah.
Do you have any hot takes?
I do not.
The Yankees are going to the World Series.
Oh, they are?
They are. It's not really a hot take. It's more of a fact.
Hopefully they win.
It just depends on your perspective. If you're a Mets fan or a Dodgers fan, we'll see who goes between them.
Yeah.
They probably won otherwise.
Wait, the Yankees are called the Mets?
No, there's the New York Yankees, but the other team that they might play will either be the New York Mets or the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, if it's the Dodgers, then that would be good.
Yeah, Grandpa Mike would be excited about that.
Yeah, it'd be like a rivalry,
Yeah, like, hey, what's up, rivalry guy?
We're painted blue and white, and he's playing blue and whatever color.
Also white.
Yeah, blue.
He's like, wait, who are you cheering for?
He's like, I'm cheering for the Yankees.
Does anybody care about baseball though?
No.
I mean, let's be honest. Like when I was a kid, and I probably told you this, I lived and died baseball. Like every day, I'd look at the newspaper, I'd read box scores.
Yeah.
Do you care a lick about baseball?
Nope.
Yeah.
Except that one time the World Series was on Halloween. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll fall in that line again this time.
Actually,
so.
it's on Halloween.
Probably. It just depends on, because today's what, the 20th?
Today is
the 20th. Today's October 20th. It was Uncle Nate's birthday a couple days ago.
Shout out to Uncle Nate.
Shout out to Uncle Nate. Hey, Luna, if you're listening to this, it was your dad's birthday a little while ago, so you probably should say happy birthday to him.
And shout out to Luna.
Shouts out to Luna.
Yeah. She's like
the cousin you never had.
The podcast mascot.
Maybe Luna is the one who's going to take this over the top.
Yeah.
Luna, we need you to start doing our social media feed for us.
Yeah, we need you to whenever you make a cool Lego set or whatever, post it, Cats in the Cradle podcast. What the heck?
Yeah, okay.
Why is this Lego set on?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for listening.
Goodbye.